Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of the MUSpartans.com Spartan Show. This week, golf coach Tara Boone provides an update of the men's and women's fall season. Volleyball coach Bryndon Paulsen and junior Haley Duncan drop in to inform us about how the volleyball season is going, while we also present a Getting to Know You segment with Miss Duncan. And tennis coach Christiansen stops by to fill us in on the men's and women's fall tennis season. Stay tuned.
Up first on today's show is men's and women's head golf coach Tara Boone. Coach, thanks for coming to the show today. It was a busy week for the women's golf as they participated in the Heidelberg Invitational. Can you tell us a little bit about how the team performed?
Yeah, Saturday was a little rocky. We had some injuries mid-round, so we had some withdrawals right away, and so that put us in a position that we're not really used to yet. We were 4-count-4, so that means everybody's score counted, and so that was a little different than what we were used to this season. Sunday was a lot better. We were kind of back to our normal routine and normal round. We still had 4-count-4 with the injuries that we had on Saturday. So with the injuries and all that, and then to come back on Saturday or Sunday with what they shot and a 30-stroke improvement was a big leap, and it leaped us up 3 spots. So it was a really good tournament.
Great. And as the team continues to progress towards the 2017 HCAC Championships, which take place early next month, what are you looking to see as you go into these matches against Transylvania and early in the following week?
Right now, we're really not, we're kind of staying in the moment. We're not really focusing on conference or, even though Transylvania is this weekend, we're kind of focusing on what we did, what we need to work on for this week, and then, kind of work up and slowly build up. What we're shooting now is good, and everyone knows that we do have, more potential, so. So we're trying to stay in the moment and not really worry about what's going on later on. Yeah.
Of course. Mm-hmm. So lastly, what were your thoughts in regards to the men's fall season opener?
It wasn't too bad. We have a young team. We have no seniors. Just one junior. We have one upperclassman. They did okay. It was a little shaky, but now they got their feet wet a little bit, and so I'm excited to see what they do this weekend. Being a young team as we are.
Yeah, well, good luck with the rest of the year, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now it's time to take a look at this week's highlights package. We start by heading to Sulphur Wolf Arena, where the women's volleyball program hosted the 2017 Manchester University Invitational on Friday and Saturday. The Spartans, who won all 4 of their matches at the MU Invitational by beating Wilmington, Governor State, and Boyce College twice in straight set sweeps. The victories ensured the program's second successive home tourney title and moved the 2017 team to 6-4 on the season.
And as we finish up those volleyball highlights, we present head volleyball coach Bryndon Paulsen and junior player Haley Duncan. Coach, as you first reflect on the weekend, what stood out to you and most about your team?
Well, to start off with, we had kind of an injury scare early on in the Wilmington match. Dum here decided to bounce her head off somebody else's knee. So after that, we were kind of adapting at that point. So it was really good to see us fight through that, kind of changing some stuff on the fly, and at the end of the day, not freaking out, just plowing through. And it was kind of that way for the rest of the weekend. We weren't exactly doing what we wanted to lineup-wise, and kind of what we had practiced, but we were able to push through it and fight through that. The rest of the Wilmington match and the Governor State match the next morning.
So as you prepare to move into conference play this weekend, how would you characterize the beginning of your season in non-conference play?
Non-conference has been great. It's kind of exactly what we planned on. We played some tough teams early, kind of test ourselves, see what we need to work on, and we've done a great job as a group improving on those things, recognizing what we're not doing well and then fixing it. The improvement from like opening weekend to even this weekend is honestly shocking as far as coaching goes. I've never seen a team adjust and adapt as quickly and kind of just take it and run with it. So it's been kind of exactly what we're looking for in a non-conference season. Build some confidence and also get in there and fix as many of the flaws as we can.
Awesome. Well, Haley and I will move on over to you. As our first Getting to Know You segment of 2017-18, can you first start by sharing with the people at home what your major is, where you're from, and maybe something about you or the hometown that's very unique or maybe that people won't know about?
I'm an exercise science major. I am from Albion, Indiana, and I guess we don't really have something that people don't know about Albion. It's a one-stoplight town, so everybody knows everybody's business. But we are the home of Chandler Lake State Park, so it's where I work. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. So are there any other activities on campus that you're involved with besides volleyball that you can share?
I'm in the puppy club and exercise science club. Just, puppy club's awesome. I encourage you to join. But then I am the assistant recruiter secretary for Coach Paulsen.
Awesome.
So
That's great. So last question, how did you get involved in the sport of volleyball? Was there any big influence, or when did you start playing?
there wasn't really an influence. It was one of those sports that everyone plays when they're younger, and just kind of grew on me. But I actually wasn't planning on playing volleyball until like halfway through my senior year. It's gonna be softball here, so just switched.
All right, well, thank you too for joining us. Congratulations on the tournament win, and good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Blake.
Now it's time to meet our Spartan Show MVP of the week. This week, we continue our volleyball theme by recognizing junior Dakota Stanichuk and sophomore Riley Patterson for both being named All-Tourney. They both had a big performance for the Spartans over the 2 days, as Patterson eclipsed a .400 attack percentage and Stanichuk finished with nearly 9 assists per set. Congratulations on your awards, ladies.
Our last guest on today's show is the head men's and women's tennis coach, Christiansen.
You did it right.
It was an excellent performance from the women's team, beating Mount St. Joseph 9-0. What are some takeaways from that match?
It was a good match for our girls, for our ladies, women. We're a very veteran team, and Mount St. Joe lost a lot from last year, so it was kind of and I talked to their coach before the match, and he said, hey, we're young and we lost a lot, but sometimes those are harder matches to play, and we kept our level up. And that was the biggest thing is the girls focused. We got the job done. I didn't see a drop in their play. They were still competitive. And Mount St. Joe isn't a bad team at all. They just different levels, and they're younger, and we've got 4 seniors, and that I was very happy with the way they played, the way they went out and were focused, especially for the first conference match, and it was a good start.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. The win over line gets your team ready for a very busy stretch.
Yeah.
What have you been telling the team to get them ready for this stretch, and then as they go into the HHC conference tournament?
We've got a couple of tough non-conference matches, and Release Grace is going to be coming in this week, and they're always a very strong team. Play how we play, and we're working hard. It's just no matter who we play, I just know this team enough that they're going to go out and do what they need to do, and they don't let up, and they push themselves, and yeah, it's good.
Player led, that's awesome.
Yeah.
As for the men, they recently played their only fall duel of the match against Bethel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see from this match?
Competitive. We're actually adding Franklin
Okay.
for a non-conference in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
But what we try to do in the fall is just basically work, practice a little bit, take a few weeks, play a couple matches. We have experience and a mixture of 5 newcomers, which is a good balance, and some talent. We don't have one bad player on our team. I mean, which is a very good thing. Sometimes in tennis, you get new people coming in, or they played maybe 1 year, and what I saw was a large group of players who all got to play and played well, and they're coming to practice every day. They don't have to. They just come when they want, and there's usually at least 5 or 6 out of the 12, and that's a good thing. Yeah. So they're working hard, and then in the spring we're going to start. Well, winter actually, we're going to start a lot of indoor practices, and then just get them ready. And it's a longer stretch for them than it is for the women in the fall. But the women come back in the spring as well, so it's kind of a double season for both. I like the men because it's a good mix of experience and young players coming in, newbies that are learning. They're mentoring the young guys already, which is great.
Cool. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is all the time we have for this edition of the Spartan Show. Make sure to stay up to date with all of Manchester University athletic stats, scores, and news by visiting www.muspartans.com, the internet home for Spartan athletics. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. To watch our latest video, click the box here. Subscribe to our channel, click this circle.